Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So there was a video I did last year that I titled "Before You Marry a Pastor." I actually promised to do the part 2 of that video, and while I was still working on the part 2 of the video, Mercy Chinwo's wedding took place that same period, or I think around that period or so. And you know, when she returned from her honeymoon, and she and her husband attended church, they ministered together. It was posted online, and I started seeing comments, and one of the comments actually caught my attention. The person commented and said, it was a lady actually. She said, "Oh, I so much love the way Mercy Chinwo and the husband are ministry together." And then she went for that to comment that, "I can't wait to marry a pastor so that two of us will be ministry together like this." Well, this is the part 2 of that video I did last year, and I titled this part "Being a Pastor's Spouse." So let's see what this video is all about. Now, when an applicant actually go for an interview or attends any interview, once the applicants pass all the tests and everything, you know, they are not asked anything about their spouse. They are not asked what their spouse do for a living, or you know, they just interview them based on their skills and everything, and they are employed. But in the case of a pastor, it is not so. Before any church will say, "Oh, this is our pastor," they are actually concerned about their pastor's spouse. The society is concerned about a pastor's spouse. The church is concerned about a pastor's spouse. Even the pastor is also concerned about whom they will marry. And people actually think that being a pastor's spouse is not relevant, or is a title that is actually relegated to the background. But that is not true. If any pastor's spouse should mess up now, you will see it all over the place. That should tell you how important a pastor's spouse is, how important that office, that ministry is. Yes, being a pastor's spouse is a ministry. The Bible says in the book of John 3 verse 27, it said, "A man gets nothing except it is given to him by God." Being a pastor's spouse is not an easy task. I know there's a lot of prestige and respect that comes with the office, the title and all, but it is not for the faint-hearted. And that's why I tell people, don't just desire to marry a pastor. Don't just say, "Oh, I like the way this pastor behaves, I like the way he preaches, I like the way he dresses," and you want to marry a pastor. Being a pastor's spouse is more than the title, is more than the respect you get. It is a great responsibility. People expect so much from a pastor's spouse. People expect that since the pastor is very busy, the pastor's spouse will be able to manage the upfront in the pastor's absence. People believe that since, oh, you are a pastor's spouse, you are a Bible guru. They believe that their pastor's spouse is, you know, well versed in the Bible, in the scriptures. They believe that the pastor's spouse will be able to manage the home, raise godly children, raise perfect children. People just expect a pastor's spouse to be perfect, to behave well, to be good in everything. People don't understand the struggles. People don't understand the struggles that comes with this particular ministry. It is a ministry that comes with a lot of struggles, a lot of responsibility, and the expectations are way too much. It's actually way too much. People just expect that you will function in all areas in the church. They expect you're going to be a good singer as a pastor's spouse. You're going to be a good prayer band leader. You're going to be a good children coordinator. You're going to be a good Bible study director. You're going to be good in every areas. forgetting that you actually have a particular gift or ministry where you will function. You know, even though a pastor's spouse generally assists and supports the church in all areas, there's a particular area where they are gifted, but the church expects them to be perfect in all areas. They expect them, see, the expectations is actually very high, and you know, the Bible did not actually state in any way categorically how a pastor's spouse should behave, you know, what is expected of them. You know, in the Bible we have how a deacon should behave, how a bishop should behave, and all of that. The Bible did not really specifically say, oh, this is how a pastor's spouse should behave, this is the duty of a pastor's spouse, though I will leave some scriptures in the description box that you can check out. And also, most pastors actually go for trainings, formal education. Actually, most of them attend seminaries, college of theologies and all, but most pastors' spouse do not really attend these trainings, or they're not actually trained like the pastor, but people expect them to, you know, they just expect that, oh, when they get to the pastor's house, everything is organized, there's no problem, the pastor's spouse is handling everything perfectly. So those who actually desire to, I want to marry a pastor, it is good, but if you are not called into that ministry, if God did not specifically want it for you, please just leave it. It is not for everybody, because as a pastor's spouse, you cannot be too jealous. You have to put your emotions in check. You cannot be too jealous. You have to be able to stay alone, because most pastors travel all the time, so you should be able to stay alone, you know, put the home together in the absence of the pastor. You should be well read. You should be able to, you should develop yourself in many areas, because seriously, a lot is expected of you. You should, yeah, I know a lot is expected of you, but function in the area in which you are gifted, because I know the church will want you and society will want you to be everywhere, to be a counselor, to be a teacher, to be a children coordinator, to be everything, but just be the best you can be. You know, to those who are already married to pastors, it is not easy. Keep asking God for the grace, keep developing yourself, keep developing yourself in the areas where you feel you still need to develop. Just keep trying your best, and the Lord who called you actually will see you through. It is not easy. And to church members and the society, please take it easy on your pastor's spouse. They're actually doing the best they can do. It's not easy. So yeah, take it easy on them. To those who, I want to marry a pastor, it's good. It is a noble desire, but like I've mentioned, it is not easy. People expect so much from you. People don't even want to see your shortcomings in any area. They just want you to be perfect. And there's nothing like perfection. It's not easy, but yeah, those of us who have been called into that ministry, we keep asking God for the grace. So if you desire it, if God gives it to you, fine, He will give you the grace. But if God does not want that for you, then let it go, because seriously, it is not easy. So yeah, that's all I have to say in this part 2. For those who missed the part 1, I'll leave a link in the description box so you can check out the part 2 of this video. I hope you are blessed. I hope you learned something. And yeah, I will see you some other time.